Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Blessings to you today on this Tuesday. We're ready to faith the rest of this day, faith the rest of this week. You know what, in my opinion, is one of the biggest problems that we have in life? It is our failure to find contentment. I don't know what it is. There's something about us that we just can't be content. And it can go from little things all the way to really to huge, important things. But we just can't be content. We can't be content with a job, so we got to change it. We can't be content with our house, so we're always having to buy or build another one. Can't be content with our car, so every time we turn around, we've got to be getting another one. We're not content with our job, so we got to find another one. We're not content with the lives that God has given us. We're not content with our gender. We're not content with our spouse, so we think we got to find another one. We are not content with the gifts and talents that God has given us, and so we think we have to. We're always trying to be somebody that we're not. We are not content with the lives that God has given us. We have a difficult time finding contentment, and as a result, we are always trying to change things in our lives because we think that in that way we're going to find contentment and we're going to find the joy and we're going to find the peace that we need. So, listen, I want to share with you a verse today that is, in my opinion, the most misused verse in the entire Bible. It is probably the most used verse and also, in my opinion, the most misused verse in the entire Bible. And that verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now, why do I say it's misused? Because we take it completely out of its context. We throw it around like it's a magic potion, like it's some magic words that we can speak over every situation and that's what it's applying to and that's what it's about. Like it's a genie in a bottle verse. We can just rub it and poof, it pops out and we can say it and everything is just going to be our way and go our way and we're going to do everything. But do you know what the context of that verse is? The context of that verse is about learning to be content. It's about finding contentment in life. Paul is writing to the church at Philippi. He's actually thanking them for a gift that they've sent him. Apparently, it was a very generous gift, or at least he's portraying it that way. And he's thanking them for this gift that they have sent him. And he says this. He says, and I'm going to start in verse 11, Philippians 4. He says, "Not that I speak in regard to need, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content." He says, listen, I don't have a need, and I'm not speaking from a point of I have this great need. He says, because I've learned whatever state I am, whatever my lot in life is at that moment that God has brought me to, I have learned to be content. He says, I know how to be abased and I know how to abound. In other words, I know how to have nothing. I know how to just have absolutely nothing and not enough. And I also know how to live when God is just overwhelming me with blessings and things that He's given me. He says, everywhere and in all things, I have learned both to be full and to be hungry. I've learned how to be content when I have nothing to eat, and I have learned how to be content when I have more than I can even eat. To be both to abound and to suffer need, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In other words, he's saying, I can live in any situation and I can find contentment and the peace and joy that goes with that contentment in every situation, whether good or bad, whether exalted or low, whether full or empty, whether rich or poor. He says, I can find the contentment that I need because it is Christ who strengthens me. It is Christ who gives me the peace and the grace and the strength and the contentment to live in this life. Not that I speak in regard to need, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I have learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to even suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Get out there and learn some contentment this week, this day, through Christ who strengthens you. Get out there in faith today. Love you guys. Bless you. Bye.